botam fim nisso! Agora! Vou mudar de posição! Me dê cobertura! Vai, acabe com esse filho da puta!
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later. Figured I'd bag those up for evidence.
I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time.
It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working. They had their body armor. I had mine.
Oh. Don't believe this. It's Mr. Have a Nice Day guy.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more presently, seemed I was too. security switch had to be in that booth. Special Forces painkillers. That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off.
Porra, você tá tentando fazer? Quebra as pernas dele! Cadê seu respeito? Não...
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes. Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time. Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem.
Agora é sua vez! Mas é caralho, o que foi? Sou melhor que você! Vou mudar de posição! Me dê cobertura! Copiei, porra! Traga esse traseiro aqui, eu te dou cobertura! Vamos nos deslocar!
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with. They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. I figured I should check out the security monitors while I had the chance. About the only friend I had left in that town. It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up halfwit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way. If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. I saw the elevator doors were open. If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.